Denver Broncos Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. Okay, Melvin Gordon, if you're going to the podium, you want to listen to this. You're going to the podium is what you're saying. Oh my God, I can't wait to get to the podium. Quote, Melvin Gordon. All right, so since we have the opportunity to do it, we thought we would chime in on this. It seems that if you look, Melvin Gordon has a history of complaining about recognition, being butthurt, all this. Now, I have no doubt he works hard as he can. I get it. But just recently, he was in an interview with Troy Rank, which is part of the, I think, Channel 7 Denver media, part of the more of the platforms that give the. And since we don't have any journalists that actually have any balls, we're just gonna put this out there. Melvin Gordon is butthurt that he's not getting the NFL recognition. One thing he says we don't. Oh, maybe because we're not being shown on national television. It's why weren't you shown on national television? You think it's just about a quarterback? It's all just about a quarterback, huh? You think that, or is it that this team is, as Troy Aikman said, is a team that Dove Valley's selling a bill of goods on? Okay, so Melvin, this is directly at you. You know, you're answering social media, so we're going to go right at you with this. Now, you're going to go to the podium and address a toxic fan, okay? A toxic fan who doesn't know his ass from the hole in the ground. A toxic fan will say, Melvin Gordon, you're selfish, okay? I don't give a fuck if you're selfish. What I want you to answer at the podium, and since you're putting yourself out there that you're all butthurt, why is it that during opportune times you always seem to fumble the football? I mean, it's like watching you, Melvin. It's like, yeah. Because you consistently, and you brought it over from the Chargers, drop the chalupa at the wrong time. And then you go and say, I'm not getting enough respect. Hey, buddy, you and other players, I'm not just going to single you out. You guys got to stop feeling, A, sorry for yourself, B, believing the hype that Dove Valley has given you guys, actually be a little bit humble and admit, yeah, I need to really clean that up. But you're not alone. There's other players that need to actually start showing. We're promised the moon with you people. And I'm not blaming you. This is the guy that's running the show. We all know who that is. And we know George is not the guy, at least up to this point anyway. We know who is. And they've oversold you guys. And you guys start believing things. But then when you go and play other teams that aren't buying the bullshit, you get beat, and you're not on national TV for a reason. Matter of fact, I think you're only even with Russell Wilson on 5 times. This is more of a novelty to see what's going on. So my take is, if you're going to go to the podium, that's what you said, I don't care about you addressing a toxic fan. Why don't you address what we've all seen, what every fan wants to hear, and that is, are you going to stop dropping the chalupa? Are you going to stop fumbling at the wrong time? Just wrecking the game single-handedly after all the great stuff you did. Can you address that? Just a question. Go ahead.
Well, again, I started it off with the last video we did a few days ago. I said that this team, each and every fucking week, is always in the news for something, right? It's always in the news for a player. It's always in the news for an organizational problem. It's always in the news for the negative side of things, not the positive side of things. Now, going to the Melvin Gordon point, Melvin Gordon, you're a fucking idiot. You don't want to single him out. I want to single him out because he's part of this Jerry Jeudy, Justin Simmons bullshit movement here that I have to hear each and every year. Oh, they're going to show us. They're going to show us. They're going to show everybody how great they are. And then they don't do shit.
Yeah.
They fall short. They always fall short to expectations. The
Yep,
same
run
thing.
the film, run the film, run the film. I don't care about talk. Run the film. I don't care
Yeah,
about the interviews. Run
you
the film.
you feel that you feel disrespected, buddy. Who was defending you last year? I was saying this off screen with you. I said, what did they say on that last fumble last year in 2021? They blamed Drew Lock for the fucking handoff. So
Yeah,
before
you're not going to have. You think you're going to blame Russell Wilson when you fumble the football? You think that's going to fly this time? Sick at the quarterbacks getting blamed for these players and their lacklusterness. Stop feeling all the players. Stop feeling sorry. Stop Dub Valley. Stop making films saying, "Well, the critics said this." Stop trying to convince us all the time. Just go out and show. This is the 7th season, and by God, if this thing folds, you are not, Dub Valley, going to hold Russell Wilson totally accountable for this, all on his shoulders, like you did every other quarterback. You guys got problems, and it's going to be exposed when you guys start hitting the competition. It's coming. It's coming.
Well, also, I want to expose this about Melvin Gordon. Why didn't the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills sign you in free agency? Because you're too much of a diva. Because you're too much of a diva, buddy. You're just like Jerry fucking Judy. Worries about his out-of-football character image more than his craft when it comes to a football player. You don't give a shit about football. You fucking kidding me? You would rather go fucking do photo bombs and all this bullshit on Instagram and TikTok instead of working on your fumbleitis issues, like you're coughing it up like Wilson McGahee. But let me say this, Wilson McGahee was a much better running back than Melvin Gordon ever could be. But again, Melvin Gordon is just in the list of a long line of fucking idiot Bronco players that I've had to hear.
Brought in from who? Brought in from who?
Yeah, brought in by Elway. And you give this guy, you bring him back on a 1-year, $5 million deal, right? $5 million, and you could have allocated that towards maybe going getting Sheldon Joseph Day, giving that $5 million extra dollars to a defensive lineman, or going to bring back Kenny Young on a 1-year, $5 million deal. No, you just had to fucking tell us how wrong we are again and say, nope, Melvin Gordon's going to get that deal. And he's already bitching and complaining because he's probably not going to be the starting running back. It's going to be Javonte. And he's
Who doesn't fumble.
Yeah, who doesn't fumble. And actually, he works on his craft. I don't know if you do. I don't see him going to interviews with Troy Rankin, Mike Kliss, and Mile High Bubble and saying, yeah, I feel disrespected. Yeah. Just shut the fuck up. I mean, my God, you guys are so ignorant. You guys are, you know what? This is the definition of a unstable organization, a desperate organization, and also you have players that are, dare I say, entitled assholes. Because when you talk about Justin Simmons and Jerry Jeudy, Melvin Gordon falls right in line with those type of players. They are so worried about other people's opinion that they don't focus on themselves. Get off fucking social media and fucking put the work in. Okay, you say they put in the work. Okay, if they put in the work, why are they still having the same consistent issues that they've had over?
I didn't say they're good. I just said they're putting work in. But it's like, okay, I'll go there. I'll put work in. That doesn't mean I'm going to be good. I'm not saying that. But you're right. Instead of mouthing around, and I understand the selfish, but like I said, I don't care if you're selfish. Just get your fucking act together. Stop dropping the ball. Maybe this you get some recognition.
We've seen this for 7 straight years, and I'm sick of it.
Oh no, you just one player in a daisy chain of players. Yeah.
Watching Juwan James, Donald Stevenson, guys that are entitled assholes.
You know, and this is something I was talking to you off camera. We went around the NFL just listening to what other camps, other things that are going on. You don't hear all this convincing with anybody. They're just talking about going through their, but here it's just, believe us. I mean, this, I'm just not getting what the recognition I need. You guys haven't earned it. Period. End of story. Troy Aikman. What you players are suffering from is what Troy Aikman said. You have bought the bill of goods that us two haven't bought. You got to show us. This is 7 years, and by God, we're not going to let you blame Russell Wilson if this thing goes down the tubes. We will not let the toxic fans do that with the help of those 7 or 8 platforms that all like knee jerk. They'll immediately do that. There's got to be player personnel accountability. And that even means people like Justin Simmons, who, we can't touch him. We got film on you. Go ahead.
Also, just to talk about Justin Simmons real quick, someone got paid more than Justin Simmons, and a guy that actually puts in the work and doesn't talk on social media, actually will talk shit to the Broncos sideline towards Justin Simmons. That's Mika Fitzpatrick, who's a better safety than Justin Simmons, and the contract shows it, and his play on the field shows that.
His play on the field shows it.
He doesn't go and say, well, the critics said this about me. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, Simmons.
Yeah, making videos. Yeah, exactly. I got to convince everybody. I got to sell the bill of goods.
Yeah. You're just like a line. You're just like a list of a long line of Justin Simmons, Jerry Jeudy that can't keep their fucking mouths shut, put in the fucking work, get better at their craft. There's a difference between getting better at their craft and being better outside of the building, which is totally fine. If you're trying to get better as a person outside the building, I commend that. And Justin Simmons, you're probably a good dude off the field. But on the field, you fucking suck. You fucking suck. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and cheerlead that $35 million guaranteed, $15 million sign-on bonus when you could have allocated that to better resources, okay? The reason why the Steelers paid Mika Fitzpatrick is because they have the resources and the backing to do that. The Denver Broncos don't. They don't have that, and they have the team already built around them.
Well, the player personnel here just isn't anywhere in the same universe as a Tampa, as the LA Rams. You can go on the Buffalo Bills.
Do you see Buffalo Bills, the Rams, whatever, all the teams you just said, trying to convince themselves they're Super Bowl teams?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, you don't see the Raiders doing that. You don't see the Chargers doing that. I mean, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, is what it is. And I'm just sorry. There's too many toxic fans gulping it up. And what it is it's poster material for the other. I mean, you got Raiders, Chargers, and Chief fans like, what the hell are they talking about in Denver, man? We play these guys all the time. We are anything but afraid of them. This is like our easy, just so you know, players, they're like saying, what the hell are you guys talking about? This is our checkbox team. We feel that we're going to get that win. No problem at all. Just saying.
Well, also, to go back to the Melvin Gordon point, why did you bring him in to begin with, Elway? Why? Because you want, again, this is the agenda.
That was Russell Wilson.
No. I'm talking about when we first brought him in, not the second time. What was the agenda being pushed? That he's a better player than Philip Lindsay, right? And then they had to push Philip Lindsay out of town just for the sake of Melvin Gordon to make him feel good and to jack off at night. Because I guarantee you that's what Elway likes to do, jack off at his own players. Oh, Justin Simmons. Oh, Melvin Gordon. Oh, Metal Watson.
Oh, no, I'm going to show everybody. I'm Warden Hazen. I'm Warden Hazen, and I'm going to show everybody.
Yes.
I'm going to show everybody. And then, you're showing us, all right? You're showing us how
they suck.
The owners, when this thing gets going, and this thing turns out like it always does, and I'm saying it, you're not going to hear us letting Wilson hold the bag for this.
No.
We're going to be pounding the table for Walton to take care of the front office and take care of it, make sure that happens.
Well, he should be already starting to do that during the season. This shouldn't be a wait-and-see process.
Well, it's going to be, but, it's like we told you so.
Fucking prolonging the inevitable. Why don't you just get it started?
No, well,
that's what's frustrating.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to be frustrated because they're going to have to see it for themselves. Well, because so far it's not their money so far because somebody else's money was already spent. Wait till it's their money that starts getting spent on these kind of guys.
Yeah, wait.
Why did Buffalo not sign him? Why did the other team not sign? When it's their money? Remember, Elway was spending other people's money. I'm telling you, when it's your money. Wait till it's your money. Then that's when it's Just saying.
Well, again, this isn't the fucking thing where we should fucking sit on our hands and knees with our thumbs up our asses and wait to see how it's going to fall in the face. How about you already fucking understand what this organization's been since Bolin? It's been shit. And as an owner walking
Since
into
Bolin left. Since Bolin
has left, you should understand this organization's been shit. And the players that you keep accumulating because of fucking Elway and his ego that are continuing to go on podiums and say, I feel disrespected. Yeah. Justin Simmons, Jerry Jeudy, Melvin Gordon. You know, you say, I don't think there's a lot of players on that team that like those three. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. They might say they do, but behind the scenes, they're saying, how is this guy getting paid money?
Somebody's got to be saying that. Somebody's got to be saying that.
Well,
Mike,
just like that interview said. Just like
Patrick went to the other sideline. Like, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Melvin Gordon, if you're going to the podium, oh my God, let me up at the podium. Please dress your fumbleitis. Maybe that has something to do with why you're not getting the respect you need. Just say it.
Yep.
That's it for me.
That's it for me.
All right, take care.
You too.